Tonight on Q2, a downtown shutdown.
Business in downtown Billings is thriving from all points of view of the DBA.
The popular Buffalo Block is preparing to close, but we'll explain why city leaders see it as an opportunity for further growth. Plus, music to your ears.
It's really, really inspiring to perform with people who have already gone off to college, people that are still in high school, people that are even in graduate school.
The Montana Youth Symphony converges on Billings as they look to hit all the right notes. And fun in the summer sun.
I mean, when you're just driving by it, you can't relate to this. You can't see this from a road.
We'll go out and about as a unique river tour is paddling down the Yellowstone. The MTN 530 News starts right now.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. Russ and Andrea have the night off. I'm Don Hudson. We're going to get to all those stories in a minute, but first, a normal afternoon quickly turns frightening for a Billings mother. And now she's sending a warning to all parents. Amber Young's son was out riding his bike in the neighborhood when he says a van approached with a man inside he did not know. The boy went inside his house, but the scene sent fear into the mother, thinking how differently it could have all played out. Our Hannah Pettiferi has more on the scary situation.
Mason Shelton is just like any other 9-year-old. Riding his bike right outside the house.
Mason, my son, had asked if he could go outside, ride his bike, play around. Said, sure, not a problem.
But what happened Wednesday afternoon had this Billings mom frantic. That's because a man asked her son for help and was in their driveway asking Mason for directions.
That I could show him where the poor Pioneer Park is.
At the time, his mom, Amber Young, was waiting for groceries to be delivered.
I saw her white vehicle and then some random dark blue van with an unknown guy and my son standing next to it.
When she saw her son, she sprang into action.
I went to go get my shoes so I can go talk to this guy. By the time I got my shoes and got outside, the guy had sped around the corner down at the end of my hill here.
Amber then began asking her son all kinds of questions.
Who is this guy? Is it a friend's dad? Is it a neighbor?
She says she started thinking about what could have happened.
It immediately put me in that mindset of, oh my gosh, someone's trying to take my child. Like, what if they did take him? What if they tried to force him in the vehicle? Where would my child be?
She called the police to let them know what happened and then reminded her son why he needs to be careful with strangers.
As much as you want to help and be a nice person, it can go south really easily.
Now the mother taking an extra step for safety.
So we're going to get a security system.
And expressing gratitude that it didn't turn out differently.
He's safe, unharmed, but this was a very scary situation. But this could have gone a very different direction, easily.
In Billings, Hannah Pettiferi, MTN News.
A 16-year-old boy has been arrested after allegedly making shooting plans against a church and a school. Billings police say they got a call this morning about 7:30 to the 3200 block of Rosebud Drive for a suspicious call. Once arriving on scene, officers and detectives were able to locate the teen and determine that the threats were credible. Now, it's not clear which school or which church were the targets of these threats, but police do say both are in the Billings area. The 16-year-old suspect is facing a possible charge of felony intimidation and is being held at youth services. The suspect in the gruesome murder of a former Miles City, Montana couple is now in police custody. 28-year-old Andrew McGann was arrested yesterday after being found at a barbershop in a town really not far from where the fatal stabbings took place. McGann is accused of attacking and killing Clinton and Kristen Brink while they were hiking with their 2 young daughters at Devil's Den State Park out in Arkansas. The daughters were not injured, fortunately. The Brinks had lived in Miles City before moving to Arkansas. McGann also recently moved to that area. He was actually working at a school. He's now charged with 2 counts of capital murder. Police have not yet said what the motive was behind the killings. It's the end of an era for a downtown Billings restaurant. The Buffalo Block Prime Steakhouse, located in the former home of the historic Rex, is closing its doors for good on August 30th. The closure is just one of several that the area has experienced in recent years, but as our Matt Carmack tells us, the Downtown Billings Association is as confident as ever that the downtown area is still set to thrive.
From wild ginger to the sassy biscuit, and now Buffalo Block.
Just one thing kind of after another.
Several restaurants in downtown Billings have closed since the pandemic, with the famous Prime Steakhouse Buffalo Block now being the newest casualty.
I always thought it would be nice to have a good, really top-end steakhouse in Billings.
The restaurant opened in 2019 by the Larson family, who says they were inspired by the atmosphere and aesthetic of downtown Billings.
It was a little bit bigger of a project than we thought. When we did it first class. It's a lot of wood in there. We want it to be first class.
But now, due to financial reasons, the restaurant will be closing its doors on August 30th. So with restaurants like Buffalo Block, Bin 119, and Uber Brew, what does this mean for the rest of downtown Billings?
When people see a business closing, which is always an unfortunate story to hear, it might raise some concerns, but we have no concerns from our point of view down here. Business is thriving.
Well, Katie Schreiner, the CEO of the Downtown Billings Association, says it's doing better than ever before. Since 2020, downtown Billings averages an additional 25 to 30 new businesses each year.
I expect right on the tails of this disappointing news, we're going to have good news about new businesses and restaurants opening up soon.
Katie says although it seems like lots of restaurants are closing their doors, downtown Billings is only growing. In fact, just this year alone, the area has gained over 12 new businesses.
Business in downtown Billings is thriving from all points of view of the DBA.
As far as what will be taking over the Buffalo Block, that's still up in the air.
We haven't really decided what we're going to do yet, whether we'll try to lease it out, another restaurant come in, want to lease it, or if we want to put it into offices. We just don't know yet.
But Katie says it likely won't take long for a new interested party to take over the famous Rex.
I fully anticipate that somebody else is going to see the beauty of that historic building and see an opportunity to open up something else.
In Billings, Matt Carmack, MTN News.
And good Thursday evening, everyone. Taking a look at the satellite and radar composite. Another active afternoon for northwestern Wyoming as well as south central Montana. We already had one severe thunderstorm warning for Park County as well as Sweetgrass County. That has expired, but we have more active weather in Marr County, Wheatland County too, with some lines of thunderstorms slowly moving over the area. Further to the south, we've had a lot of gusty wind in Livingston, but mainly just rain showers between Livingston and Columbus right now. And then heading further to the south, we've already had some thunderstorms around the Cody area, but it is moving closer to Sheridan. We'll have a better chance of some more showers and storms in Sheridan County in just a few hours. Our forecast for the first week of August coming up in a few minutes.
The Magic City is turning into the Music City this week. The Montana Youth Symphony is in Billings right now as young musicians rehearse so that they can hit all the right notes. Our Vanessa Willardson is in tune with this story and brings us more.
Violinist Rosie Weiss has been playing since she was 3 years old.
The story goes that my father learned about this thing called Suzuki method, and it's like, oh, that'd be cool. And I hear, you gotta start really young kids. And then he heard that you should start when you're 2, and so then he was like, oh no, like it's already too late, right? Too late, but no, we got started, and I was 3, and yeah, I took off with it.
Weiss has a long list of accomplishments, including playing in the National Youth Orchestra, where Joshua Bell was a soloist.
I joked that was like the peak of my career when I was 16.
But you can add another accomplishment to the list. At the age of 28, she is now the concertmaster for this year's Montana Youth Symphony, which will be performing on Sunday. At 60 musicians, it's the largest group the Youth Symphony has ever featured. Even though Weiss resides in Boise, Idaho, she considers Billings her hometown.
About a year ago, I moved to Boise, but I still play with the Billings Symphony. I am assistant concertmaster of the Billings Symphony, so once a month I fly over from Boise.
While the concert will be held in Billings, musicians come from all over the state to be a part of it, including one soloist from Helena.
Charles Snellman won his division in the biennial Young Artists competition in January, which led him to getting selected for a cello solo in the symphony.
It's a little nerve-wracking sometimes, but it's a beautiful piece, and I can't wait to perform it.
Charles Snellman has played the cello for almost 10 years, since he was in 4th grade.
I just fell in love and loved the cello. I loved everything about symphony music. It just inspired me so much.
He says playing alongside his ambitious peers, which range from ages 16 to 30, has been an incredible experience.
It's really, really inspiring to perform with people who have already gone off to college, people that are still in high school, people that are even in graduate school.
If you would like to watch these two musicians perform on Sunday with the Symphony, you can find details about tickets on ktvq.com. In Billings, Vanessa Willardson, MTN News.